Macarena. Yeah.
Hey!
Yeah.
Ping!
Dun, 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 dun,
Warm.
dun, dun, dun.
Hashtag warm.
What was that, by the way? I was like,
Your version of voguing.
wait, imagine. Okay. The old way diva around. I come out doing this with the hands flailing. And then they're like, too gay. Get out.
Yeah, you're too gay for the Vogue scene, the underground
And
Vogue
by
scene.
too gay, we mean like so ill prepared. That's peak gay. You know what I mean? Like peak gay is not being prepared.
We reclaimed calling people gay as a derogatory term.
Yeah.
They want it back. They want it back. They would like to use it as a derogatory term
back
against
And
you
they said,
again.
You know what? Get out.
Yeah, you're ruining this for us, sweetie.
Too many flamers up in
Sweaty
here.
pie.
Get the Fajos out the room. Lock it down.
Yeah.
Can that brick from Stonewall be brought back?
Oh. They did on RuPaul's Drag Race. Oh, have you seen that episode yet?
I'm 5 now behind as of today.
I know. Did you see the one where Q dressed up as the brick from Stonewall?
No.
Oh. I wasn't lying when I said that.
Oh my god. Oh, that's funny. No.
Oh my god, I'm only like one behind.
I know. Well, it's partially because I forget about doing it, but the other reason is when I go on, the password don't like it keeps saying I'm doing something wrong. So I don't know why.
Well,
it's,
then
like,
maybe we
letting
should look at it.
Maybe we should. We should because
You're gonna have to
At this
buy that
point,
one
yeah.
episode though, because I still don't think it works.
Really?
Yeah.
Brave.
They're
so wrong for
all
that.
the rest of them are.
How did you end up saying it?
You probably can hear the clicking of my cough drop in my mouth, but sorry about it.
Oh, that's okay. How did you end up saying that one? That wouldn't work.
I watched at a friend's house who had access to like a different thing.
Right. Your mom's the only one that
I
said,
know.
sorry, girl.
Well, I watched it.
No, I mean, like, she's the only one that saw it, like, without having to pay a
Live.
little
Yeah.
extra.
Yeah. It's funny because I feel like when we first started this, we were very like, literally, Drag Race is our only personality trait. Now
Oh,
it's like, so
no.
I'm 10 episodes behind.
Yeah, and I'm like, well.
It's Drag Race 24. We're still on episode 16.
And I've
Or, I mean,
recently,
season 16.
just recently finished the rest of Rick and Morty season 7, the latest season that's on Hulu. Right after that, I'm pretty sure. I don't know
and
if it's
Morty?
canceled. Yeah, but remember when the guy? I don't know if you know the guy who
don't
like
really know the
voiced
show.
that whole like the main guy who Grandpa Rick. He was like all these abuse allegations. They like Hulu kicked him out.
Shocker.
They bought him out previously, bought the show, so they own the rights to his show, and then
Yeah.
kicked him out of his own show that
What's the actor's
he
name?
created. Justin Roiland, Roiland.
I've literally never heard of him
That's
in
okay.
my entire life.
But he did Rick and Morty. He did a Solar
What'd you say?
Opposite.
That's what?
Huh?
What did you say?
I don't know. What did I say? I blanked. I don't know.
I
what I
think you
said.
said that's okay, but you said it so fast it sounded like you said that's a gay. I was like, well,
That's a gay.
That's a gay.
Allegations
That's a gay.
removed for allegations. That's a gay.
You literally said it so fast. It like
That's a gay.
that's a gay.
That's a gay. That should be my new thing. That's a gay.
That is a gay.
That's a gay. No, I said
That is a gay.
that. You are gay.
You are gay. Who says I
Who
am gay?
You are gay.
I literally my new favorite thing right now
Yes,
is
yes.
that there's this there's these two drag queens that have a podcast. And it's not Trixie and Katya, shocker. I actually don't even know their names, to be honest. Bad.
Do you know the name of the podcast?
No.
Okay.
I only see it on TikTok. I never
okay.
I don't listen to it. I just see clips of it on TikTok, like we post.
Okay.
And that's also something we have to talk about later when we're done.
Oh, what?
Nothing, but
Okay.
remind me. But
I'll try and remember.
that is also my favorite thing is when when I'm looking through these TikToks and there's like a moment of silence for once we decide to shut the up and all you hear is, producer Poppy beeped out the name.
Yeah.
Is go in the background like
Or like a cough.
Yeah,
or
you're like a little,
or like a big sigh.
Yeah, it was like 2 weeks ago. There's a really good one that I actually cackled out loud where you just hear him go, "What the fuck is going on?" I'm just like, I don't know. I don't even know anymore.
Because I know a couple, but
Because we were kind of on one for a minute. I think that's
are they affiliated with Mom Podcasts or Wow Plus or no? No.
Your guess
Okay.
is as good as mine.
Is one of them
I
named
literally only see them on TikTok.
Okay.
One is maybe
Are they both in drag or just one?
both.
Okay, then maybe I don't know that one.
They're not like Drag Race queens. I mean, they're like,
Yeah, neither were the. Okay.
but they do this thing where they'll like sidebar, like on the podcast.
Oh no.
So they'll be talking. They'll be like, "Can I see you back here for a minute?"
Oh no.
And then they'll like go here, and then
No.
they continue to it. Like the first time I saw it, I like out loud cackled. Like it's so stupid. It's so simple, but it makes me laugh every time. And sometimes they'll do like a few of them. So they'll be like literally talking like this. Be like, so can I see back here? Like,
mics to the mouth.
Keep go. Yeah. And then they keep talking. It's just cracks my
girl.
Every time. I don't know why it's so dumb.
There's a comedian on YouTube that I'll see clips of sometimes who her thing is she'll literally turn around and talk to herself. She'll be like,
yeah, Jessica.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
I love her.
Yeah. I feel like YouTube
she's a Brooklyn comedian.
Blasted her everywhere.
Yeah.
And I'm not mad.
No, she's
not mad. I live for her.
The fat Jew, as she literally like calls herself.
Yeah.
I'm obsessed with her.
She's so funny.
Sometimes I'll just go on when she pops up. I'll go on binges
Jessica,
on her page and just watch a bunch of them.
Jessica Kirsten? Jessica something with a K.
I don't know. She was just here actually not that long ago, I think.
I think you're right.
But I do love her a lot. She's so funny. She's like one of the few that does like audience work stuff. So a lot of her stuff
crowd
like,
work, yes,
derives from what's happening
which
right
is
in front
like,
of her.
I feel like harder to do than like
improv.
a set.
Mama, that's
real
improv
and funny.
You would be good at that kind of stuff.
I
would not.
I think in my mind's eye I would think I was, but I don't think
You're
I really
like
would be.
good at improv stuff. I am not. Like I don't like it because I'm not good at it.
Yeah, maybe with a crowd more so, but it put me on a stage and tell me to do improv, forget it. I can already tell. I would be like, yeah, let me on there, girl.
You did fine.
And then be
the
like,
last time we did. That was basically on a stage.
In my mind, I was on the stage, the stage
on
of
the corner of the street, literally.
It was on a street,
literally on a street corner.
Dressed
That's not even me being shady. You were literally on a street corner,
pencil mustache with a cane, girl.
Which fits into my plot from last episode of you being a child. So let it be known. Check that box.
every time it's just a little clue here and there.
Until we see your mugshot.
Next thing, I'm going to be revealed as kicked off of this show from the allegation.
Finally, it'll be by the way with Jordan. Period.
This is a long con. You knew all along that I am going to get kicked off from something.
I just needed the studio space.
Waited, planted the seed, got it going.
And needed the studio space and the producer.
And then
bye, sweetie.
You're holding the sheet and you're going,
have fun in jail, sweetie. And again, my point from many episodes ago, you'll do great in jail.
Yeah, and then I would go,
bye.
And then I'd go, I think I was like gagged. I was like, because I really thought about it. I was like, well, I would make friends. And I was like, well, yes, I would also do good in jail, but I'm like, I don't like it. Like, and I have to like pretend. I don't know. I can't. It's like too much. It's layered. I like to think I'd take over, but I wouldn't. You would. Like I would work. I would work
fun
myself.
Reality show. Let's see what happens.
Yeah, that's by the way part
Speaking
2.
of Naked and Afraid,
girl, naked, afraid, and tainted, naked, afraid, and tainted by
the devil,
the prison, the system.
I
don't know.
Also, my new favorite thing, because I know you don't really like watch our social medias very closely, is I don't know if you've noticed that in the TikToks and like YouTube shorts, my new favorite thing is to zoom in on your hands when you're talking.
Oh, I have seen
because you don't often talk with your hands that much, like in real life, I guess. But when we're here, you do a little bit more, and sometimes it's so funny because you're really going at it with certain things, and so I'll just like zoom in on just the hand, and it's just doing 15,000 things to whatever you're saying.
The Muppets with no puppet,
with nothing happening. Like you said, cut the like it's like you.
Oh yeah, you're right. I went cut the shit.
Yeah. Come on, girl.
Come on. Yeah.
Doing
Give
it.
up the goose.
The most recent one I just posted, you said something like when they do a colon and a parenthesis. I was like,
oh yeah.
Like, oh my god. I mean, I guess it kind of makes sense with like your life, but it's just funny because you don't really do that in real life.
I'm like, you're not visualizing it. Let me paint a picture. Colon.
Me being like, no, I got it, girl.
Yeah.
I did take an English class, as it turns out. Just one.
Well,
just one.
Well, and it shows. English. Walmart. Tell me the story. I'm waiting to hear this story. Days I've been waiting. Days I've been waiting for this.
ADD, but all of us just ADD in here.
So what happened at Walmart?
Literally like nothing. It's funny. It's like stupid and funny. Okay. I was walking into Walmart.
That is funny.
So that's brave. That was a brave choice. I deserve a purple heart.
Okay.
For the listeners at home, I am wearing purple. But which this podcast has very much made me realize how deep into the aesthetic I went when I was buying all my clothes that I have no colors. Like everything is like neutral tones. Yeah. So I get like one colored shirt and I'm like, well, I guess I got to wear it on the podcast because it's the only color I have.
Only thing you got.
But anyway, so I was walking into Walmart and I had went to the gym like right before. So I was like in my gym clothes, and which, if you couldn't tell from this podcast, is shorts that cover
nothing,
maybe an inch of my butthole,
maybe,
and that's about it. And that's a generous coverage.
Yeah.
And then a t-shirt or whatever. So I'm walking in and this girl is walking out with, or she's like I was, whoa. I just like
so you're walking
I was too focused on my butthole.
She walked out, turned around, saw something hanging out. It was your prolapse.
What? She shoved it right back in for me
and said, there you go.
Speaking of, we will get to prolapses here in a few minutes.
Certainly will.
Producer probably has left the room. Let it be noted. But so I'm walking into the parking lot and they're coming out. So and as I pass,
away,
I hear her say, "Oh, come on, legs," to me.
Oh,
Now, of course, I laugh because I think it's funny, whatever. So I don't remember, like, what did I do? I think I just like kind of like whipped around at her.
Oh,
and of course I'm thinking like, and you're walking with your boyfriend, commenting on another guy's legs.
Yeah.
And she goes, "Oh my gosh, I'm so sorry." Like if that, like she tried to immediately backtrack because I was like, I mean, technically you are like if I was a guy saying that, like you would be catcalling, technically, whatever. I don't care.
But were you walking like this though?
Yeah, I was walking. I was strutting to Beyonce's "Energy," dun dun dun, energy. So I cut the track. Cut the track.
Cut the track.
So
she said, "Nice legs,"
and I turn around and I guess shot a look and I had sunglasses on, whatever. And she goes, "Oh my God, I'm so sorry." And I said, "For what?" And then I just like strutted, and I heard her go, "Yeah."
And then it turns out it wasn't an automatic door, and you went. Thump.
Yeah, and I slammed it, which has happened to me before in life. So my brother will never let me live that story down when I was little.
Oh, spill!
Coming out of a McDonald's.
What? Not McDonald's.
I know.
And I know this is a lie because they don't clean them windows up in there.
I know.
Greasy.
No, the problem was I was turned around talking to them, and I whipped back around and slammed my whole schnoz right into the door, which, as you know, sticks out about 15 inches from my face.
Yeah.
So I wasn't even that close to the door.
Right.
I just smashed it.
Understandable, because in your mind's eye, you were far enough away.
Yeah, and technically I was. The problem is, like I said, my witch nose comes out about this far.
It was this big, but then you hit it. Now it's up to here.
Yeah, and this is smaller. I was born with a bigger nose.
That was the nose job you didn't have to pay for.
I know. I should do it again.
Speaking of whipped your head, I just listened to
one of these days I will let you punch me in the face, but only so I could break my nose and get my nose job out of it.
Live on camera. Well, monetize. Speaking of when you said whip my head, it made me think of Whip My Hair by Willow Smith, and I forgot about that song and how obsessed I was with it, and still kind of am. But get this, it's on. Because remember how I texted you the other night that I was playing DDR up in my room, pulled out that little old dance mat.
Which night was this?
Booted up the Wii.
3, 4, I think I have about 4 nights of this.
4 nights in a row. I'm on one of those kicks again. Pulled out the old Wii mat and the old Wii, booted it up, plugged it in. I have all the Wii DDR versions. I think there's 5 of them.
Yeah.
And in fact, I just ordered on eBay a 6th one I didn't know about called, get this, DDR Disney Grooves. There's a Disney version of DDR I didn't know about. Anyways.
But is it like Disney animated grooves or like Disney Channel
It's
grooves?
like animated characters, like Mickey Mouse being like, "Hiya, pal." Like, whatever. I don't know.
What else does Mickey Mouse say? That's kind of your go-to phrase.
Yeah.
I would love to hear it.
As with the FBI, I'm sure.
Yeah.
And Willow Smith is on DDR Hottest Party 3.
With Whip My Hair?
Whip My Hair.
Why?
I certainly played it. I whip my hair back and forth. I whip my hair.
I don't love that song that much.
And
I did back then.
Somebody smacked me behind the head. And I went, "What the hell was that?" Will Smith. Get my daughter's name. I know. Okay. Anyways.
Whoa. I did not know this was the track we were coming around to.
Here today. It's all coming back.
You really going big for the swings, huh?
Yeah. That wasn't the point of the story. The point of the story was
that
Willow Smith was, and I forgot about the song, and it was like iconic.
They did it on Drag Race.
They did.
Remember?
It was Alyssa Edwards and Roxy Andrews.
That was the first wig reveal.
Yes,
she took it off to another wig. Yeah, that was the first one. Shooky.
Yeah, Miss Roxy Andrews.
Oh, speaking of, did you hear that there was leaked audio of Miss RuPaul saying how much she hates Drag Race Down Under, and that's why she's giving it to Michelle Visage?
Leaked audio?
Yeah.
I knew that Michelle took over or is going to.
It was like leaked audio from before that being like, I hate it so much. Like, this is why I'm going to give it to you, blah, blah, blah. And then like, obviously we already know that she does have it, but
I need you better send me
I think I saw
this.
it on Instagram somewhere. I'll have to try to find it.
I need this audio clip. I need this audio. Give me the audio. Play it live right now. Pull it up now.
Fix the face.
Nothing you say matters unless those cameras are rolling. Very topical. Another RuPaul quote. I don't know how much.
PP, what time are we at?
Well, we started right at 5, pretty much.
Oh, did we?
So it's been about 19. So we have.
What time is it?
It's 5:19.
Oh.
So
you want to take a break?
Yeah. Let's take a break.
Let's take a break.
They'll never suspect we're about to take a break.
Cut the tracks. Save her for when the cameras are rolling, baby.
And you know what? I certainly have saved this oozy
Ew.
story.
Ew. PP is leaving. Rightfully so, to be honest. But before we get into it, let's just trigger warning. Trigger warning. Triggered! This next little section is going to be a little not for everybody.
If you are if you have a phobia of the words like sphincter, anus, prolapse, hemorrhoid, or rubber bands,
and anal,
then don't listen. Or fissures.
Yeah, but you know what? We all get them.
And you know what? This is a safe
That's the
space.
Lord's work. That's the Lord's work.
We're doing the Lord's work.
We're doing the Lord's work.
Blood.
Yeah.
And
guess what? It happened. So we're gonna talk about it.
It did happen. You know what? It's and nothing that I will be saying will be
get
untrue.
over it, people.
It's the truth. It's what
Mom,
happened.
Dad, aunts and uncles, everybody listening. Guess what? You're about to hear
You're
a big old story about me and Chris's buttholes.
Girl.
So get ready.
Separate stories, however. Imagine.
Well, except that one time. No, we'll get to it.
No, we'll get. That's for another. Jordan, not for the pod. Touching the mic. Not
as hair.
Touching the headphones, by the way. Like. Okay, let's take it back.
Go ahead. Yours is
the year was 2023.
Months ago, some might say.
Mere months at this point.
It might have been like a year now. How long has it been?
Girl.
No. It can't be.
Can't be a year, but it was definitely 2023.
It can't be that long.
Prior to this moment in time, maybe about a year or so, something that I have been, very, accustomed to and really do enjoy are bidets. I love a bidet. If you don't have a bidet, I think everybody should have a bidet. They were kind of a trend. Remember back when like the thing was going on and there was all these,
They're still a trend.
Girl.
Everybody's got them now.
Everybody has one now. See, this is why. And I love it. I've got one in the guest room. I've got whatever. So
you didn't start that trend, just by the way.
No, I didn't start the trend.
But
just
making sure you knew that.
What I did start the trend of is
blasting off with them.
Let's just say.
And also, before we even start, just something about our friendship is that it didn't take very long for us to get comfortable talking about our buttholes with each other.
Brave.
In fact, for about 3 months, the only thing we did talk about was prolapsing, which thank God neither of us have had happen to us.
Absolutely.
But it was something that came up almost on the daily for about 2.5 months.
Everybody in those dressing rooms for those shows
everybody else did too.
Had to hear about it.
You know what? It just we got comfortable quick.
And you know what?
And it shows. And now I hate him.
There's nothing wrong with it. It's a true story. It's what happened, and it's my truth, and I'm going to tell it the way I experienced it.
Okay. Pick up where you left off.
You can, if you don't have a bidet at home, you have a little nozzle where you can adjust the pressure. You have anything from a trickle to like open the fire hose and let the beast out of that little stream.
The fire hydrant.
The fire hydrant. And on a particular summer's day,
You're feeling a little frisky.
may or may not have been trying to just.
Your husband had been traveling.
You ever feel so lonely at home?
Lonely at home.
Are you one of every 10 Americans that feels lonely at home?
Yes.
Well, have I got a solution for you?
Hashtag yes.
Sponsored.
Hashtag me too.
By my little tushy or whatever they're called. So I got a little frisky on accident. That knob went, and when the water blast went shooting into my taint, I immediately went like this. The water around the bowl shifted me into another dimension, and I had to now get the water back to a normal whatever. And I just thought, okay, that was a moment in time. And if I could turn...
A wrinkle in time.
Oh, girl, there were wrinkles.
I know.
There was wrinkles and nothing but time. Let me tell you that. And let's just say I thought nothing of it. Okay, a little ouch, like it hurt. Okay, I'm over it, like whatever, bye. Mere days later, of course, because, I don't go to a doctor and I go to you. I say, Jordan.
Doctor.
I have this. I say, if the butthole's like this, what does it mean if there's a growth like this?
Clunk.
On top of it. And you said, girl, what you have is a Hemmy, a.k.a. a hemorrhoid. Mm-hmm. And what did you tell me to do that I did not do?
Go to the doctor.
Thank you. So I did not go to the doctor.
Which is sound advice.
And I said, I've researched it. And I don't want to be going like this on a doctor's table.
Why? You do it every other day. At home on a table.
That's for money on a corner. And
how much money have you made on that corner?
You wouldn't believe this. Oh my God, I actually $2.50.
Whoa.
Last Friday
That's about what, like 5 customers, 50 cents a pop? That's not bad.
50 cents a pop, and I pop it.
And you popped
Trust,
it.
something was
cherry.
popped.
Oh.
Something was popped.
They popped the Hemmy.
The Hemmy was not popped. I did research and thought, okay, this is either, from my research, going to go away on its own after a while and just go away after a long, uncomfortable while, or you can go to the doctor and they basically like snip it up.
Yeah.
They don't suck.
They do not suck on it.
That sounded like they slurped it like
boba.
boba.
They do not suck on that little blueberry.
They did not. So you kept being like, girl, go to the doctor.
So gross.
And I did not go to the doctor.
No, don't touch my foot.
Jordan, do you remember the household object I resorted to after it didn't go away and I didn't want to go to the doctor? Do you want to tell the folks what the
you
object
wrapped it up with a rubber band because you're a psychopath. Lay down on your back
during work hours on my break
in like a dead spider position.
If you
where they're all like,
if you have ever thought like Kama Sutra, those like little was like telling you all the which and wheres to do with your man, woman, or other. Yeah. I was doing every single one of those to try and get a rubber band double knotted around my Hemmy.
Which we did lovingly name the Hemmy. It did become its own character in our friendship.
On my bedroom floor by myself in my home. Every which and where.
Yeah, and you got it on.
I was doing a Gabby Douglas floor routine.
How close to your head do you think your foot just got? Right there.
Okay, I feel it barely touching my ear. Is it touching my ear? Yeah. So anyways, and I got it on. After about 20 minutes. Yeah, you did. 20
Which is
minutes.
talent, by the way.
And so got the rubber band around, and then I had to, again, and it took like, I'm using like, I wish I had like a crochet hook or something because it was hard to do. Finally, I get it around this little Hemmy, double done.
Yeah.
And I'm like, oh, good. It's just going to fall off. And I thought, like them Rottweilers, they put their rubber bands on the puppy tail, which I don't condone. It's disgusting and a horrible thing. Or they snip the dog ear or whatever. I said, it's going to be like that. It'll just fall off. Because, by the way, this has been like a month at this point where I've avoided the doctors, right? A month. Didn't go away. In fact, the reason I know it didn't go away is because in about 0.2 seconds, I was in so much excruciating pain.
Yeah.
And I went back to work.
And by the way, everybody at home, I'm getting the full play-by-play of every moment of this via a text message. As it's getting worse, as the rubber band now needs to come off.
And now I can't get it off.
Now you got to snip it.
I have to get scissors.
That close to your butthole.
Girl, when I tell you, thank God I didn't snip nothing that shouldn't have been snipped. However.
Well, there wasn't much there to snip. Go ahead.
However, because it's so. Anyways,
the Hemmy was bigger.
The Hemmy was
than the little nubbin you got in the front.
Blockage. The Hemmy was going like this.
Yeah. The little blockage in front.
So I indeed had to snip the rubber band off after about 20 seconds, and it felt so much better as soon as I took it off. And then I thought, well, now I do have to go to the doctors. Did I go to the doctors after that?
No.
But it did go away. A couple weeks later, so about maybe 2 months total.
Probably longer than a couple weeks.
It was literally 2 months altogether, and it did go away on its own.
It did.
I don't know why, because it was through the ringer at that point. I mean, literally a ring.
A Hemmy is not like a growth. I mean, it's your actual vein that is like inflamed.
I know. I mean, so anyways,
you're lucky it was an Audi and not an innie.
Yes.
The innie ones are worse.
I've never had an innie.
The innie ones you have to go to the doctor.
That's because I remember doing the research. You see the cross sections of like those cartoon, not the cartoon, but the like, the diagrams, and you see the inside. I can't even. Anyway, so thank God that's the only time I've had to deal with it. And you know what? I thought I would really do something there. And
you thought you were creating a medical journal paragraph here that they were going to put in.
Oh my God. So smart, big brain energy. Why do I need to go to the doctor if they're just going to snip it off?
Are you sure you don't have TikTok?
Oh my God.
You want to be a little TikTok Gen Zer so bad.
Is that a thing now?
Yeah.
I don't do.
Don't act like you don't.
I've never seen it.
I don't have social media. I don't. Look, girl, cut the.
You know what I have seen
You're
though?
Fraud is what you are.
Deja. I did see the ones a long time ago where it was like they'd be like, put your head on my and it'd be like the red light and then the silhouette.
Yeah.
I remember that. That was kind of a gag.
Yeah, didn't you maybe try to recreate that at some point?
Yeah, on like doing Kama Sutra on my bedroom floor trying to get the Hemmy off.
Nope. Talk about maybe a different night.
No.
Yeah, let's talk about it.
Yes, I did. Yes, I absolutely did. Oh, you got me winded, girl. Yes, I did.
Hot and bothered by the image of your own sexiness.
Am I thinking of a different night, maybe?
What are you thinking of?
I think we're thinking of the same thing. Yeah, I think we are.
The image that every once in a while I still sends you.
Yeah, that one. That was funny. And there is redlining. You're right.
I know.
Right.
I know. You created your own red room down here, girl.
I did.
By yourself. I mean, there was no one there to experience it with you.
Just me. Alone in the home. The home. Brave.
You will be alone in a home one day.
So that's my. But then I was so glad to know I wasn't fully alone. I was alone with the rubber band story because nobody's that crazy.
You were alone with the hemorrhoid.
I've
not had one of those. Thank you, God.
You feel like I've gone through something crazier. Let's tell the folks.
Well, I feel like equally or horrible. Anything on the down there is horrible because there's not a lot you can do about it. It's constantly having things like pass through it. Like there's not, you know what I'm saying? Like
constantly?
There's not. That's not what I'm talking about.
Oh, I know. Constantly.
By the way, gay. What's the thing that when you know you're gay when you call that an entrance and not an exit?
Oh. Yeah. Entrance and rear.
I have been torn twice. Back there.
I'm torn
this
right
is
now.
So much TMI. I need all family members to cut the pod here and stop listening and just tune in next week. You guys tune in next week.
You can find us on bythewaypod.com.
I'm done. I have been torn twice. I've ripped twice. I did have to lie to my doctor and say it was from going to the bathroom, which was not true. It was
and your doctor wrote down in the notes, pathological liar.
Yeah, big old fag. And then proceeded to shove his fist up there to make sure everything was okay, basically. They said,
it was from a bowel movement? Was the bowel movement a traffic cone coming out?
Yeah, literally. So twice.
Girl, what did you do for that?
So painful.
What did you do?
The first time I was like, had to go to like a minute clinic first because both happened while I was living in New York, I think. Both.
Uh-huh.
Yeah. So the first time I went to the minute clinic because my doctors are all here.
Mm-hmm.
Even when I was there, they were all here.
Right here,
so
right
here, right now.
It's my doctor and I need it now.
and so I went to like a minute clinic. They gave me like the suppository thing.
That does what? Sews you from the inside? What is the suppository going to do? Spread it wider?
Everything goes from the inside. I mean, what I ended up doing was taking like medication.
Through the butt?
Oral medication.
Oh.
When I finally came home, when nothing else was working, I finally came home. I had my doctor's appointment and he gave me like just like a medication and it fixed it all. I don't know how
So the body,
like
the tear, like came back?
I guess it healed itself together.
It's like when COVID, when they would see like a...
So
I know. When you would see like a nature is healing, those COVID things, that's your butthole
My
going.
nature healed. God's nature healed.
So it just sealed itself back up?
Yeah. I guess whatever the tear was, it sealed up.
And
he had to put his finger up there and like feel where it was, which he did. And here's the real kicker. I'm about to get just so vulnerable here on this podcast. I cannot believe I'm about to say this.
I would love to hear it
on this.
You're just telling me I'm the only one here.
The problem with that is that it fucks with your clenching abilities.
Sure.
Because there's a tear and it's painful as shit.
Yes.
Literally.
Yes.
So
needless to say,
I shit my pants because of it. Okay? We're going to go there. Motherfucker. My goddamn pants. And here's the worst part.
That's not the worst part?
Happened.
No.
And then I'm like going home.
No.
Like I'm walking home when it happened.
Oh, not walking.
I get up to my apartment.
No.
I forgot my friend who I was living with at the time had two friends staying with us.
No.
They're not there when I get there. Thank you, God.
Stanky McStank
Go into the bathroom. I'm trying to like get my shit together. Literally.
Wiping the
walls.
walls.
Well, they get home while I'm in there. Well, I have nothing in there except my shit fit clothes. So now I'm trying to have to make up excuses. Why am I walking around in a towel?
And it's one of them one bathroom places, huh?
Yes,
One bathroom.
It's my apartment.
Girl.
Horrible. It was
When
horrible.
you
And
tore
they
the second time.
allegedly believed me, but I don't know if that's
well, let's ask the audience.
true. Comment.
If
I don't
you
even know
if
what
you
their
were one of
names
those
were.
friends and
It was two girls. I don't even know what their names were.
Oh,
But
forgettable.
bad. That. God,
So did
I
it
can't believe I
tear
just
in the
said that out loud.
same place the next time?
I don't know.
Oh.
I don't
Did
know.
the doctor have to go in again? Did you tear it just to have that doctor finger you again?
No.
You're like, doctor, it opened up. Stranger Things. Going to the upside down.
Stranger Things.
Stranger.
You are a Stranger Thing.
Did you? You didn't watch the Stranger Things? Did you watch one season?
I watched like half of the first season.
What is it called when like the portal to the upside down? Was it called like the gateway or something?
Did I not just say I only watched half of the first season?
No, but they tell you in the first
Don't
season.
ask me.
Don't do it.
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 Don't
Don't
do
do
it.
it. Don't do it.
I didn't know that part
This
of
is
the
the
film. Oh
best
my god.
one.
Yeah.
Don't do it.
Don't do it. Why do I look like worse? I look gayer somehow
No,
than you.
I look gay.
I
You look like you're shaking.
I look like I have leprosy or something. The leopard.
Leprosy. The leprosy print.
The leprosy print. Oh, I don't have anything leprosy print. Leopard print. I don't have any leopard print. I don't have any animal print.
That's probably for the better.
Okay.
What if we keep it that way?
Let's
hey, what
let's
if we keep
discuss
it
what
that
you're
way?
wearing 9 to 5.
Mm-hmm. That's your favorite thing to go to every
9 to
time.
5?
No,
Oh.
what I'm wearing.
Oh, yeah.
Get a new hobby.
Did you hear that?
Yeah.
Just pop.
I sure did. Anyway,
Anyways, so that's the story. There
That's
we
our
are,
stories about our
folks.
holes.
That's the whole. That's the
that's the
whole story. I hate that. Anyways, is it time to? Speaking of popping.
yeah, we need to bring our listeners back because they definitely have
So
checked
if you
out at this
haven't,
point.
if you're still with us, first of all,
You stir with us.
That's if you're
You heard that
if
too,
you're
right?
still with
If you
this,
stir with us.
if you're still with this, know that it is God's plan.
Hey,
Who
why don't you
knows
pull it
where
up?
Huh?
Pull it up.
Oh, it's up.
I'm angry at lots.
This is Ann Graham Lotz. Sometimes life's cares and concerns can be overwhelming, can't they? During the past few years of my life, my husband's office burned to the ground. All 3 of my children got married within a 6-month period. My mom went through chemo and followed through radiation for cancer. I published 2 books, wrote a third, and produced a 7-volume video series.
And that is the night the lights went out in
In
Georgia.
You don't know nothing about Ann Graham Lotz, and let's just
You
say,
don't know nothing about birthing no babies.
no. Children
know.
may one day know.
I just played that for our last week's special guest, Miss Abigail. I just played that for her because she had never heard that whole monologue, and I was like, "Girl, it's iconic."
What is it from again? I forget. Designing Women?
Fake, by
Designing
the way.
Women?
Yeah, which you've never watched. You only know it from Drag Race. Admit the facts.
I do only know it from Drag Race.
Thank you so
You're
much.
right.
Thank you for finally telling the truth.
Okay,
here on this
because
day.
speaking of doctors, this is my pop-off topic because you're somebody I would love to hear about. Okay, here's what I don't understand. How come,
Yes.
and say that ish with your chest, and how come if you, there's like tiers of medication, right? There's like different tiers, tier 1, tier 2, tier 3, and they're like the more severe, like more highly addictive or whatnot, or more whatever. That's the
didn't know
higher
that.
tier, and then insurance companies will pay only so much per tier depending on your plan. Blah blah blah. How come pharmaceutical companies can charge hundreds to thousands of dollars for a pill or a whatever of medicine, whatever it might be, because there's so many out there, and then they'll bargain with your insurance, or sometimes you'll like, and I know this will work sometimes if people will like try and get a medication or whatnot, and I've heard of people having to see like, oh well, this is your insurance doesn't cover this medication, but if you want to get just like 1 week's worth, the out-of-pocket cost is like $200-$300. How are people getting away with hundreds or thousands of dollars to charge for a medication that's like
Free everywhere else.
It's and in other countries it's like
Totally free.
I understand. It makes me mad. I'm ready to pop
Clearly.
off.
Oh my God.
Hundreds to thousands of dollars for a medication, a pill.
Well,
Why?
how much?
Hundreds to thousands.
Oh, I thought you kept saying hundreds of thousands.
Well,
it's like,
and remember when the
not
whole
that
thing
much.
about the like medicine for people who had like HIV and stuff, and the guy who created this like one whatever
Yeah,
was like
PrEP.
charging.
which I'm on.
Was it PrEP?
Yeah.
Wasn't it? Remember back in the
yeah,
day when
it's
he was
for-
charging like thousands of dollars
No,
for these pills?
it was the opposite. It was created to be a free to everyone medication.
And then,
He created it to be free to everyone.
then I'm
that
thinking,
needed it.
I'm thinking of somebody
This
else.
it is everywhere else. Here without insurance, it's $2,000 a month. A month.
Okay, girl,
A month.
why?
I have great insurance. I don't pay anything. But
But this is what I'm saying.
yes,
I'm
everywhere
popping
else,
off.
it's totally free.
Why? How are people getting away with? Huh?
Huh?
I can answer that.
I'm sure there's a real, but I'm mad about it.
Well, what's
I'm
funny
mad
too
about
is
the
I
fact
feel like half
that-
the time these prices are made. Like I've had this is kind of different, I guess, but like contractors for houses where they like if they know the home insurance is paying for something,
Yes.
they
Yes.
skyrocket the
Yes,
price.
and I know that happens.
You know what I mean?
They're also then, so they come up with this miracle drug, right?
Mm-hmm.
Then you're, by paying or charging so much, you're then funding additional research to come up with more miracle
No, I don't buy it. I don't buy it.
I like half buy it. I'm like there, but I'm still annoyed about it.
I think for like some things that are like maybe like a miracle drug, yes, an anomaly. I know.
But then
I mean,
what are all
I'm
the
hearing-
charities for?
I'm thinking like
why is there charity? Why is there the American Red Cross, which
Thank
is
you.
getting millions and millions and millions of dollars a year for
Yes.
this research when
Yeah.
nothing is happening?
finding the cure.
And then I'm
girl.
also still paying astronomical amounts of money
Mama.
to, by the way, live as a type 1 diabetic. I have, again, good insurance. I don't pay a lot of money for my stuff,
Mm-hmm.
but I have a lot of stuff that I have to have for that problem. It's not a problem, whatever.
Oh, it's a problem.
It's America has a problem.
We're having a problem.
But the problem.
Yeah.
But I would love to not pay anything to live, as it turns out, and then nothing else happens. It's not like, and again, there's all these charities for diabetes and all this kind of stuff. It's like, well, then why you need then more?
And I think too, I understand the whole like they're gonna get a lot of money and then do research for the miracle drugs. I do understand that part. I'm talking about like,
But how
when
much is
people
going
are
to the
like,
research and how much is going in the pockets of the
I'm not
people
talking
that
about
made it?
even
is
the
my
research.
question.
I'm just going on where people will be like a common drug, that they get like all the time for like high blood
Aleve
pressure,
D.
something dumb, vitamin D pills, and they're like, okay, whatever. But then you hear
That's not a drug.
what like
That's just like a vitamin.
you can get it through the pharmacy though, and sometimes your doctor can prescribe it, like vitamin D3. All the time I come across that. Trust, trust. It's kind of dumb.
Doing what?
So I don't understand how like regular like high blood pressure, like whatever, and people will be like, oh, like I just changed insurances. What's the thesis? And they're like, oh, well, this new plan doesn't cover it, but if you pay for it out of pocket, it's like $79. And I'm like, girl, now wait a minute. And you know when they're charging the insurance pays these companies like a different
Hundreds.
negotiated rate.
Yeah, of course.
Girl, give up the goose. Y'all are scam. The pharmaceutical like empire
Agreed.
screwed.
It's a lot of money in a lot of big people's pockets.
And you know what? I'm not one of those people, so I'm mad. If I was one of those people, I'd be saying absolutely nothing.
Shocker. Shocker. You going with the wind?
Yeah, I'd be like, screw those
That's a
hoes.
shocker to none.
Screw those poor
The
broke
wind blew
people.
this way and you're going that way.
Those
Shocker.
diseased rats of the city.
By the way,
Anyways,
you now.
The
So
diseased-
watch
the
yourself.
diseased rat,
A
yeah.
diseased rat.
anyway, I know it's not really funny, but like I
No,
just had to
but
pop off.
true.
Yeah, it's true. So
And
let's get
I
on that.
did not know about the research part, but again, I would love to see a percentage breakdown of what goes to research and what goes in these mother pockets.
And you know-
a
Oh.
much higher percentage is
Oh, we
going
know.
directly into their pockets.
Mhm.
They're satin lined pockets, by the
Satan
way. Whoa.
popping off.
Satan.
Satan. Anyways,
Anyway,
that was it.
so to wrap it
Wow.
up, you can go to bythewaypod.com. You'll find links to everything, our Instagram, TikTok, YouTube, everywhere you can listen to us, which is too many places.
And if you're there and when you're there, follow us, leave the little subscribe, click the subscribe, leave the 5 stars, leave a comment, tell us what you want to hear.
And if you have Instagram, like you said, DM us some topic ideas. We're having fun.
Clearly, we've talked about some very riveting things like hemorrhoids and fissures.
Yeah, it's hard to top. Literally.
Hard to top.
And when can they find us back here, Chris?
Every single week, Jordan. I'm so glad you asked. Next Monday. Every Monday.
The
That's
Lord's
it.
Day.
Bye. y'all.
Bye. Peace, love, and blessings.